Alright, this is a video for Mike and anyone else who I've made a stiffened tether for, or in the future. Alright, so what I made for you is this is Canyon CIV. It's about 15 feet or so. On one end you'll find a stopper knot of some sort. They change every time, usually just a stopper knot. It's 10 feet of cable, it can be 8 feet if you don't like them such long. Depending on the diameter of the tree that you're going to climb is how long your stiffened tether is. I aim for about a 2-foot diameter tree max, so that's how I get 10 feet. On the other end is this barrel knot, and what it is, it's the cable goes all the way through to the end of the rope here. It's basically a barrel knot. The rope comes back on itself. It has a overhand knot as well as a tightening loop, and then it comes back through. And you can cut it short, and you can add this little tail. It varies slightly, but what it is it gives me a handle at the end of my cable where I'm actually grabbing the cable here. As you can see, I'm not just holding something floppy. And so you'll have this rope. Then what you will need, alright, to start, you will need something to attach your foot loop. This can be any hitch you like. However, this is what I found is the best, I recommend, is a Longhorn Agile in soft shackle mode. That way I can take off the foot loop, replace it easily. I don't need a carabiner. I don't have to untie the hitch intricately like it's not embedded into the hitch, it's just a part of it. And you can find any hitch that works best for you, a stitch hitch, whatever you want, all the traditional Michicans and whatnot. However, the Longhorn Agile has this soft shackle mode. It doesn't really, I don't take this off, it stays on the tether, so this works for me. It's easy to move up and down moderately. It holds really well. You have to decide how long of a Longhorn Agile hitch you need, depending on your body weight. The more wraps you need, the longer it's going to be. Next, you'll just need an ordinary hitch. I don't recommend a mechanical device on a stiffened tether. This doesn't bend very well. I love the stitch hitch, and obviously I just leave that there, so if I take my carabiner out, the loops don't come through. So pick a hitch that you like, keep it on there. You can either use another Longhorn Agile, those come off and on pretty easily. You'll need one hitch. Alright, next is you'll need something to girth hitch to the tree. So the first option, which is what I would send you, this is my preferred option when using it like this is basically a loop that looks like this. It's just tied at the end, and there's a small chamber right here. This is a hunter's bend. This is just a normal overhand knot, and just a small little overhand knot with something else added. Anyhow, all that it is I have this wrapped around twice in like an agile mode, and I use it as a soft shackle. I like to put this above on top of my handle, right? Because then my body weight is cinching this down and leaves a little bit of a gap clearance for my bottom tether to sneak up and in. And so all you're doing is you're wrapping this around both of them, not just one. It passes through the loop and over the hunter's bend like a soft shackle. And there you have it. Very simple, very straightforward. Holds it tight. Obviously, you can take your body weight off. It's different. So it's quite loose. You can also experiment with this. You can make this longer if you wanted to, say, add like a second loop to make it tighter. You could just make it a little bit longer. Obviously this one is too short for that. You wrap it around twice, and then when you take your body weight off, it's going to hold it. So that is completely up to you, and what you're comfortable with, etc., etc. Now, if you want to use a carabiner, this is what I would recommend. you have your bare rope like this. Get yourself a loop of some sort. It could be a continuous loop. You can just tie one with a knot. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this and use the knot as the end. I'm going to tie this in like basically agile mode. You can tie it in Prusik mode. It really doesn't matter so much as long as there's a little bit of a action. Again, cinching action. So you want it to have a little bit of hold on it. So there's two options. One is, this one is what works best with what everybody's calling the blood good hitch. So if you say you have it on the very end, the blood good hitch is not this. So I've seen a picture of this, and that is not the blood good hitch because that can pop up and over and fall. Blood hood hitch comes underneath, right? Oh my gosh, the blood good hitch comes from over. It starts over and comes under. You can watch JRB's video on for that. Alright, say you have this way out here though. I don't like it like this is because now I have basically a soft mode. So when I go to grab it, now my tether is dragging. I have to get my second hand involved, grab it, and in order to hold it. So all you have to do to rectify that is pull this up a little bit. Now that it's in a hitch like that, you can modify this slightly, and I would say, whoops, take your hitch, put it a little bit higher. And remember, you're coming up and over. Now all you got to do is encapsulate both the tail end and your working end, and catch it like that. All right. Now you can adjust this, fine tune this so that your hitches are meeting together at your barrel knot. Obviously, somebody's going to yell at you if you don't, unless you use a lock. So what the benefit this gives you is now I can grab the loop. I don't like carabiners here. And with my two fingers in this orientation, I have full control of my tether. And I have one-handed operation. I can go around sticky bark, flaky bark, little nubs, branches that are broken off. Whereas I don't need to get my second hand involved. I can use my hand behind the tree to stabilize myself, make it easier for my foot, make it easier for my core. I'm not straining. One-handed operation. So if you're going to use a carabiner, this is what I would recommend. The blood good hitch like this. So obviously you can see you can shorten that hitch cord loop however long you want it. If it's just short enough, don't make it too short because then this can get awkward. You want this to be smooth, fast, and repeatable so that it's tight. Alright, so this is what I would recommend if you're set on using a carabiner. You don't really need a big carabiner. You can get away with one of those 12 kms because this loop is what's holding your rope. Alright, now for some other alternatives, and this is what I use. This part is just for fun. Okay, so this is my current hunting rig. It coils up about this big. I don't need sticks. I don't need steps. This goes in one pouch, and my other one goes in the other. This is the CGM foot loop. I added a bungee cord. I'm going to put a black one on there soon. Alright, so it's nice and coiled up tight. Take my tail end. When I get to the tree, this has a little bit of a different Girth hitch action. Okay, so this is an integrated locking mechanism. I don't really make any like these for anybody because I'm not sure how comfortable people are. But all it is this is a hunter's bend, this is a hunter's bend, and this is just a barrel knot. And so I have a nice little niche for for the rope to sit in. It passes through the first loop. It goes around the hunter's bend. Now this is obviously more than sufficient if you're comfortable with that, but nobody would be, and I'm not either. So then I take that second loop and I pass it through and I go over my barrel knot. So it's doubly locked. So my latest video of climbing that tree with about 1,000,000 branches on it, I was using this tether. And so when it comes time to go around a branch, you can see how fast that is. Get through, open the knot. Now, if you're not comfortable and you want to use a carabiner, by all means, do that way. Another thing I like about this is that it keeps this rope away from the tree for my second tether, or vice versa. It just doesn't let anything get cinched up. The downside to this, and this is the older version, is I don't have that handle sticking out here. So I kind of am grabbing it more a bit like this, and it still works. And as you can see, I have full control of my rope around any branches, small branches and loose bark. So this is my foot tether. So that's almost as fast as unscrewing a carabiner. I do something different though for my top tether, my main tether. In the interest of safety, I have it attached. I basically have stiffened the end of my rappel rope. It's the same 5/32 steel cable with heat shrink on it, so it comes out to about 3/16 of an inch. Pull back the sheath, embed it into the core. So as you can see, so this rappel rope would sit inside of my pouch. This is not my hunting saddle, like that. I have my Longhorn Agile and my foot loop with the bungee cord that goes around my calf, or shin, or whatever it is. I have my stitch hitch that I connect to my bridge. I have my main bridge, and I have a second bridge. I don't know if this is showing. Top tether goes to the main bridge, bottom tether goes to the second bridge. The difference about this is that it is not using any soft shackle. I hunt with this in a Maverick hitch mode. So I have a small loop, same barrel knot, just a little extra extension, so I have the loop coming out. I have the loop. And this is, look up JRV's video, how to tie a Maverick hitch. This is a little bit advanced in that, but it's the same exact concept. The loop is going around the line, is capturing both of them. And when I want to climb, I'll take my end and lock it, right? So there's no way that's going to come out. I've done drop tests on this. If you look at my channel, I have 2 drop test videos. I do a drop test on every single knot configuration or handle or loop I come up with. I just don't film them anymore because people freak out. I think I'm going to kill myself. So there you go. I can climb with this. This is my top tether. I still have full control of my loop as I'm climbing. After the hunt, if I'm done hunting and I want to rappel, all I have to do is release the lock, make sure that's pulled all the way, attach my pull down rope to this splice. Then what I'll do is I'll pull up my foot loop, and obviously while I'm still attached to the main one, I'll connect this to my bottom bridge, and then I'll weight it, and then I will move down enough until I get past the stiffened part and I'm on the loose part, and I can tie a munter hitch. And then only once I'm weighted on this hitch and the munter hitch do I let go of this one, and it comes down a little bit. And then I can easily rappel off of the munter hitch, and when I'm at the bottom, I can pull this out, and then that will explode and come out of the tree. Last thing, say you want to turn your stiffened tether into a Maverick hitch mode. Forgive me, this is just something I'm working on right now with my barrel knot. Just think of it as a big barrel knot. You can. Let's just do this real quick. Oh, this is actually the fish tape from Harbor Freight, 3/16 of an inch. It's fiberglass core with plastic. I'm going to be testing that in the very near future. I just finished making it. So, say you wanted to use the Maverick hitch. All you've got to do is A, know how to tie a Maverick hitch. Look at JRB's video. It's just a loop that goes up over it, comes around, behind, and locks. Now I don't really recommend this at all. This is just showing you the option if you don't want to have it integrated into your rope. Obviously that's now locked, and I can sit on that if I want. This is just a stitch hitch. On my weight. You can climb with it as you like, and then when you're ready to rappel, pull it nice and tight. Attach your pull down rope to this. Once your weight is off, pulling that off, and then it explodes. I might have done that a little silly. Anyways, make sure you watch JRB's video on tying a Maverick hitch. He's the expert on it. I play with it quite a lot, so let's see, what did I do wrong? Okay, I included my back rope as a part of that. That's why I didn't explode right. Okay, there we go. Always a new adventure. Anyhow, as you can see, this is just an option, but I don't recommend this. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you got something from it. Feel free to ask me any questions on saddlehunter.com. I don't always reply to questions and comments in the video below, but I'll try my best. YouTube is just a way of me showing videos to my community. Thanks very much.